Welcome back to Car Scope, where we dive deep into the machines shaping the roads of tomorrow. Today, we're taking a detailed look at the 2026 Toyota Tundra SR5, a truck that has built up a reputation for durability, capability, and no-nonsense dependability. This new model aims to refine that formula with updated styling, improved tech, and meaningful performance tweaks. So sit back, relax, and let's walk through every angle of this truck, from the way it greets you at the curb to how it behaves when you push it out on the highway or down a rugged trail. Starting from the moment you approach it, the 2026 Tundra SR5 immediately feels like Toyota has decided to sharpen the details without disrupting the strong identity the current generation has already built. The front end remains bold, upright, and unmistakably truck-focused. The large grille dominates the face, but the SR5 trim now gets a cleaner mesh pattern that blends more seamlessly with the new slimmer LED headlights. These lights stretch outward a bit more than before, giving the truck a wider stance even before you take a step back. The daytime running lights create a sharp hook shape that feels modern without veering into overly aggressive territory. The bumper sits high and is trimmed with subtle metallic accents on the lower valance, contributing to a rugged but polished appearance that hits a nice middle ground between work-ready toughness and everyday refinement. When you shift your attention to the side of the truck, the proportions are immediately familiar but noticeably more sculpted. The SR5 doesn't exaggerate fender flares or bodied lines, but Toyota has worked in just enough contouring to make the truck look more dynamic while still appearing practical. The wheel arches are slightly more squared off, a detail that helps anchor the truck visually. The standard wheels on the SR5 now feature a machine two-tone finish that looks far nicer than you'd expect at this trim level, and the stance sits comfortably between functional and stylish. The character line runs confidently from the front fender toward the rear door before tapering upward, giving the profile a subtle athletic touch. If you look closely, the window trim and door handles maintain a balanced blend of black and body color pieces, reinforcing that this trim wants to look clean and capable without drifting into luxury territory. The proportions are strong, the cab feels well balanced against the bed, and the truck manages to communicate durability without unnecessary visual noise. Walking around to the back, the design of the 2026 Tundra SR5 continues the theme of clean, modern ruggedness. The tailgate features a bold embossed Tundra nameplate that's immediately readable without being flashy. The taillights have been refined with a more horizontal signature, creating a wider look that complements the updated front end. The lights wrap slightly around the corners, giving them depth and making the rear more cohesive. Toyota keeps the bumper practical with integrated steps that actually work, especially when paired with the damp tailgate that lowers with a smooth, controlled motion. The SR5's rear design isn't about showing off, it's about utility with just enough flair to feel current. The bed is coated, reinforced, and ready to haul, and the rails offer multiple tie-down points that make securing awkward cargo easier than ever. Overall, the back of the truck strikes a nice balance between function and form, something Toyota has consistently gotten right with this generation. Stepping inside the 2026 Tundra SR5, the interior immediately feels like it has taken another step toward comfort and ergonomic honesty. The dashboard layout remains familiar, but Toyota has refined the textures and materials, favoring more soft-touch surfaces and fewer hard plastics in the highest contact areas. The center display remains the star of the cabin, offering a crisp touchscreen interface that's quick to respond and runs Toyota's latest infotainment software. Even in the SR5, the graphics are sharp and the menus feel intuitive, with wireless smartphone connectivity integrated seamlessly. The climate controls are physical and easy to operate, a detail many truck owners appreciate when working with gloves or multitasking in demanding environments. The seating position feels commanding without being overbearing, and the SR5's cloth seats have been upgraded with improved bolstering and more supportive cushioning. Long drives should feel noticeably more comfortable than before. Toyota has clearly focused on making the cabin both inviting and durable. Storage options are abundant, from the massive center console to the smartly designed door pockets. Rear passengers benefit from generous legroom and a comfortable seating angle, making the truck family-friendly without compromising the ruggedness that buyers expect. Sound insulation has been refined, too, giving the cabin a quieter, more composed feel at highway speeds. Even though this isn't the top trim, it feels like Toyota has tried hard to make the SR5 one of the best bang-for-buck interiors in the segment. Performance is where the 2026 Tundra SR5 continues to impress with a balanced blend of power, efficiency, and everyday usability. The SR5 retains the same V6-based powertrain architecture Toyota introduced earlier in the generation, but tuning refinements and software updates help make power delivery smoother and more responsive. Acceleration feels confident, with torque arriving quickly to give the truck strong pulling force both on pavement and off. The transmission shifts noticeably more naturally than in early versions of this generation, holding gears intelligently and avoiding the awkward hunting behavior some owners previously mentioned. Whether you're emerging onto a busy highway or maneuvering through slow, uneven terrain, the drivetrain feels composed and cooperative. Handling and ride quality deserve attention here as well. The suspension tuning on the SR5 feels more refined than before, reducing some of the stiffness that earlier models were criticized for. While still firm enough to remind you you're driving a body-on-frame truck, it handles bumps and expansion joints with more grace. Steering feel remains on the heavier side, but it offers good stability at higher speeds and feels predictable in tighter spaces. Off-road capability remains solid thanks to a combination of ground clearance, traction management systems, and a suspension setup that resists bottoming out over uneven surfaces. The Tundra SR5 might not be the wild trail machine its TRD Pro sibling is, but it absolutely holds its own in challenging environments without sacrificing on-road comfort. When it comes to pricing, the 2026 Toyota Tundra SR5 aims to remain accessible while offering a strong value proposition. Toyota has positioned this trim as the sweet spot, offering meaningful upgrades over the base model without climbing too far into premium territory. Depending on the configuration, options, and drivetrain choice, the SR5 typically lands in a range that keeps it competitive with other half-ton trucks offering similar capability. Buyers get a robust feature set, an improved interior experience, advanced safety tech, and Toyota's well-earned reputation for long-term reliability. For many shoppers, the SR5 continues to represent the most balanced and sensible place in the entire Tundra lineup. As we wrap up this review, the 2026 Toyota Tundra SR5 stands as a thoughtfully improved version of a truck that already had a strong foundation. Toyota has resisted the urge to reinvent everything and instead focused on refining what matters: better interior materials, sharper exterior styling, more predictable drivetrain behavior, and improved overall comfort without sacrificing what makes the Tundra a Tundra. It remains tough, capable, technologically relevant, and ready for both work and daily life. For drivers looking for a truck that delivers reliability without unnecessary complications, the SR5 trim continues to shine as one of the smartest choices in the segment. Thanks for watching CarScope. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2026 Tundra SR5, make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment about which truck you want us to cover next. We'll see you in the next video.